Today, brothers and sisters, today is April 30th, 2025, and I just want to show you guys, I want to play a video that I recorded end of January, but I actually had this dream on January 3rd, 2025, and I just wanted to show you the proof that I am not lying as to when I recorded this video, but I think what I've dreamed in this video is busy happening right now. So I just wanted to show you guys this. Okay, this is the video that I'll be showing you, and as you can see, the date over here shows 31 Jan. If I open that up, I will show you the file info to show you the exact date. As you can see over here, 2025-01-31, so that would be 31st of January 2025. So I'm going to be playing the video for you right now.
Today is Friday, January 31st, 2025, and I'm just bringing a dream to you that I had on January 3rd, 2025. So on January the 1st, 2025, we lost a very dear friend of ours, and but he is Indian. And on the 3rd, I had a dream. In my dream, I was at a shopping mall with my kids, and I saw myself pushing a trolley, and inside of this trolley were bags full of groceries, and the trolley was actually stacked up with groceries, and my 8-year-old son was sitting inside the trolley, but he was sitting like at the back of the trolley inside, and all the grocery bags were packed in front of him and like covering his face, so you couldn't see him from the front, but I could see him from the back because I was pushing the trolley. It was a metal trolley, and you could see right through from behind. So as I was walking to the parking area, I saw my father and his wife there, and the car, they had a car, and the car's boot was open, so they were ready to pack the bags in. And as I was standing there, I didn't see them packing the bags out, but I just felt like they were waiting for me. And as I was walking towards them, there was this girl and her mother standing just a few cars away from us, and her mother was also busy packing bags in the back of the car, in the boot. And this girl came walking straight towards me, but for some reason she could see my son through the bags, so she could see him sitting there right through the bags that literally covered his whole body. No one could see him from the front. And she came to him and she said, she spoke directly at him, and she said a lot of beautiful words to him, and she spoke things to him, saying things like he was chosen to bring people to God, and there's a calling on his life, and all of those things. And then instead of going back to her mother, I looked back because she walked past me, and as I looked back, I saw she had like 3 friends, a boy and 2 girls, and she was walking with them. So my dream shifted, and I was at a wedding, but I felt like it was a Jewish wedding. I've never been at a Jewish wedding. I don't know how they perform it, but I have heard that it's basically described as the way Jesus is coming for his church, for his bride. But I was there with my trolley, with my trolley filled with groceries, but now the groceries were packed out of the bags, and it was just laying loose in the trolley. My son was not in the trolley, and I walked with this, because I was supposed to be at this event, this wedding. I walked with my trolley there. As I came to a standstill, I was like, the wedding was happening here, and I was standing like just a short distance away from the man and the woman getting married, and they had like the bridesmaids and the bridegrooms. They were all standing like in a circle around the husband and wife, and there was like a fire in the middle. And my 2 sisters were standing behind this circle of people now, but more like to the one side. And my one sister screamed, HH go, HH go, HH go. Now, HH is an abbreviation for a high school that we attended. And my sister was screaming this, and that's my second elder sister. And my elder sister was laughing as they were walking, like this man and woman just got married, and the two of them were invited to the wedding, but they were just like walking after these people. And so the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, they all made like the girls were standing on the one side, the men were standing on the other side, and they made like a passageway for the bride and the groom to like walk through. And I remember that they walked past me, and I was still standing with my trolley. But before they did that, while they were still getting married, my friend who passed away on the 1st of January, who's the Indian guy, he came to the wedding. He was invited. So I was surprised to see him, and I asked him, I'm not going to mention his name, but I asked him, like, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be dead? And I asked him, does your wife know that you were here? And he said he was invited to the wedding. And yes, his wife does know that he's there. So I was a bit confused. And after the wedding was finished, he said it's time for him to go. And I was like, what do you mean you have to go? Shouldn't I go call your wife? And he's like, no, she knows I'm here. She's coming. And suddenly he walked into this house, which is my mother's house, which, by the way, they used to rent like a couple of years ago. And he walked, and inside the lounge was a bed, which was my bed. And he went to go and lay on my spot of my side of the bed, and my husband was laying on the other side sleeping. But he just came to come and lay down on my side of the bed, and next to the bed in my mother's lounge. So in the lounge, there is this small wall that is separating the lounge from the passage in the kitchen. And the bed was standing next to the wall, and I was standing hanging on the wall like this, and I was looking at the people going in and out. And I believe that the wife was in the room next to us. For some reason, he didn't want me to go and call the wife, and someone else went to go and call her. But there was this, I was standing with my arms, as I'm standing on this piece of wall here. I was standing with my arms on the wall, and I was crying because I know that he has to go again. He has to die again. And for some reason, someone went to go and call the wife, and she came and she walked past behind me. But when I turned around, there was no one. Like, she just vanished. And there was a doctor that came there. So he was laying under this purple fleece blanket. And there was a doctor that came, and this doctor came to give him an injection. But the doctor did something to his nose. I don't know what that meant, but he pushed with his thumb, he pushed his nose up like that. And I have no idea what that means, but the doctor gave him an injection. This injection was supposed to unalive him again, and it was supposed to do it slowly. And for some reason, he was like someone who was struggling to become unalive. And he was rolling around in the bed, and he was restless, and then all of a sudden he became quiet, but his eyes were open, and it was wide. His eyes were big. And he kind of scared me a bit, but he just started it looked almost like his body was shutting down slowly, but he didn't become unalive. And then I saw him just become quiet, like he was laying there, but he covered his head with this purple fleece blanket. He became quiet, but he was struggling to become unalive. And it was like the unaliveness escaped him, like how the Bible describes what's going to happen in the Great Tribulation when people want to become unalive but they can't. Kind of had that feeling in my dream. So I don't know if that represented what was going to happen in the Great Tribulation, if it had something to do with that, but I had the feeling that this wedding that happened first represents the rapture. because it was a Jewish wedding. I don't know any Jewish people, but for some reason it was a Jewish wedding, and there was like this fire burning in the middle. And then after that I woke up, and it was very strange. I don't know why my husband was laying next to him sleeping. He was just like sleeping through everything. He didn't wake up with any movements or anything. It was noisy, but he didn't wake up. So if any of you guys maybe have an explanation of what this dream could mean, I would appreciate it if you could leave that in the comments for me. And I am still praying over this dream. I have not received a revelation for it yet, but I do believe that it does represent the rapture, and I do believe that the part where I had the trolley with the groceries, I believe that is a warning for us to start stocking up before the rapture happens. Maybe something's going to happen that we won't be able to go to the stores or anything. That morning my daughter also had a dream, and it kind of fits in with my dream, but I will upload a separate video explaining her dream. So if any of you have the gift of interpreting dreams, I would appreciate it if you could put that in the comments for me. And God bless you.